Hello friends, this is lecture number 4 from the topic transportation. We are going to start with subtopic coagulation of blood, which is also called as clotting of blood. What's the meaning of word coagulation or clotting? It is the conversion of liquid blood into semi-solid form which prevents bleeding or loss of blood. Okay. So coagulation or clotting is the formation of semi-solid jelly from the liquid blood. Now what are the factors how the coagulation process takes place? See, here it is written that extrinsic process or extrinsic pathway. This is intrinsic pathway. This extrinsic process is related with tissue damage. That means when blood comes in contact with what? With damaged tissue. And intrinsic is damage to blood vessels. That means when blood comes in contact with any foreign surface. Okay, so these are the two processes. Both are leads with coagulation of blood. So extrinsic pathway related with tissue damage and intrinsic process is related to damage to blood vessels. So this tissue and the blood vessels which are damaged one taking part in the process of coagulation of blood, as well as some of the clotting factors are there. These clotting factors which are taking part into the coagulation of blood are factor number 1 to factor number 12. Of this, sixth one is present in inactive form. So what happens now? This clotting factor along with the thromboplastin. What is this thromboplastin? Thromboplastin is released by damaged tissue, as well as it is released by the broken thrombocytes. So remember that tissue damage leads to production of thromboplastin, as well as damage to platelets or the thrombocytes also results in formation of thromboplastin. So thromboplastin along with clotting factor, specially mentioned inactive factor 10, when these factors are get activated, this inactive factor 10 is converted into activated factor 10. This thromboplastin, it initiates formation of prothrombinase. Remember, one more enzyme is there, prothrombinase. So thromboplastin initiates formation of prothrombinase, and this prothrombinase along with activated factor 10 results in conversion of prothrombin into the thrombin. What is it again? This thromboplastin initiates formation of prothrombinase. Prothrombinase converts prothrombin into the thrombin, and this process of conversion of prothrombin into the thrombin, it is because of this activated factor 10 also. So what happens now? What is the step? Prothrombin is converted into thrombin. What's the role of thrombin? This thrombin, it acts on fibrinogen. What is this fibrinogen? Fibrinogen is the insoluble protein. This insoluble plasma protein which is present in the form of liquid protein in the plasma region. So this insoluble plasma protein fibrinogen is converted into fibrin. What are these fibrin? These are the thread-like structures. So these thread-like structures of the fibrin are get formed, and in this thread-like structures of the fibrin, various blood cells like WBCs, platelets, RBCs are get entangled. So this fibrin threads, you can consider these are the fibrin threads which are formed in various directions, and in this here this WBCs, RBCs and platelets are get entangled and results in the formation of seal. That seal, it get covers over the injured surface so that blood cannot come out. That process is called as coagulation of blood. So once again I repeat the process of coagulation of blood. What is it? Also called as clotting of blood. Clotting means formation of semi-solid jelly from the liquid blood. Here these are the two pathways, extrinsic pathway, second one intrinsic pathway. Extrinsic pathway is related with tissue damage. Intrinsic pathway is related with damage to blood vessels. So these two pathways along with clotting factor number 1 to 12 taking part. So tissue damage results in formation of thromboplastin. This thromboplastin along with clotting factors converts along with clotting factor initiates formation of prothrombinase. Prothrombinase act on inactive prothrombin and convert it into the thrombin. Thrombin